Mr. Kevin, how are you?
Good, man. How are you doing today?
You know what? It's probably 50 degrees and sunny outside and builders are building, so I'm happy.
Nice. That's good. Uh,
How about you?
I'm good, man. Just trying to manage my schedule the best I can, you know?
Yeah, you
It's been
guys have been
busy.
on you
Holy
guys have been
shit.
on one hell of a tear according to Teresa. I mean, she told me you added about 350 new LOs last year.
He's fucking nuts, Paul. Paul, we're projected to bring 175 people on this quarter. It's no
Well, I
joke.
mean,
That
roughly
doesn't
where do you estimate your head count is at now?
well, so right now I think we're about 600 in total. We'll be at 750 minimum by the end of the first quarter. That
Good.
does not include, we have 500 people flying in on February 21st. We're having a whole company, meeting, kind of discussing our future, where we're going, prize, awards, all those kind of things. Hopefully we could put this thing together. I would love to see you there, man. It's in San Diego, but they're covering hotel accommodations, dinner, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be about
Right.
500 people. It's going to be pretty impressive. So yeah, by the end of the first quarter, we're projected 750 licensed originators.
Yeah.
And that does not include BDS or BDR, right? So business development specialists, which is why we're on this call. I mean,
Right.
I locked in 9 this week already. It's Wednesday. 9. Yeah. And
Nice.
that's minimum 12 buy sides each realtor.
Okay.
So I mean, we probably just added 100, close to 100 units this week, and we're only halfway through. So that's just how we roll, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of in our blood, and that's kind of my thing here at the organization. I'm helping a lot of branches, not just new people coming in. So I have just you understand the scope of the BDR platform, right? Because I know that was an
Mhm.
important part
Yeah.
of our
We talked
conversation here
about
today.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a whole team calling, setting the appointments up. What I've done because we have so much growth going on is I'm actually setting up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 p.m., Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12 p.m., live webinars, and we're bringing on 2 to 3 real estate agents, up to 5 per live webinar in a specific market, right?
Okay.
So, for example, we hit Florida yesterday. Today's call we had at 1 o'clock. I had 3 real estate agents. One was a rock star, done like 65 buy sides, wanted in all day long. And we did the presentation. We moved them to, okay, if this seems like something you want to go to the next level with, let's get you on a one-on-one with the branch manager, right? We kind of pitched the branch. This was
Right.
this was CMG. This is the Goodwood Mortgage Group, but powered
Yeah.
by Cornerstone First Mortgage because we do DBAs here, which is awesome.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. All right.
yeah, so you could have your own, Paul. You could have, it could be the Anderson Group, whatever it is that you want to do, but you can do your own DBA powered by Cornerstone First Mortgage. Very
Okay.
popular here. A lot of business owners come gravitate to this company too. A lot of like broker owners that've had their own shop for quite a while.
Right.
So we do the presentation. We move it then over to you for a one-on-one with, of course, myself or one of my other team members that will be on that call.
Right.
And then if they're like, okay, this sounds like a direction we want to go, we fill the form in, we send all the details over to the onboarding team. Onboarding team within same day to 24 hours makes a call, sends an email, welcoming them to the organization, and we could have them onboarded in a matter of 3, 4 days, the agent. Yeah.
Yep.
And at that point, it's up to you to just be like, hey, let's get the business rolling and then just kind of share the products. A lot of the guys we had to get set up with Salesforce because we use Salesforce here.
Mhm.
So one of the things we had to create was an automation email that goes out to the BDR as they join with a weekly product update.
Okay.
So for example, we have our own in-house. We were just talking about this. It basically allows you to move from one house to the next house, right? It's a bridge loan, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sean could talk more specifics on the detail of the product, but it's a pretty impressive product compared to whatever else is out there in the marketplace. So that's something that, we would send an email out to them, letting them know we have this product every week, new non-QM product, bank statement product, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep them engaged, stay top of mind.
exactly, man. We get them plugged in. We give them access to Teams, access to Blend. So every sales lead and link that they're providing to any borrower, whether it's a refi, new construction, cash out, whatever it is, right? Purchase is referred, has your name, your link tied to that. It also it also ties to that BDR. So then the minute that loan funds, you get paid next week. So does your BDR, which is awesome because we pay every Friday here. It's every single week.
That's right. You told me that.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome.
God bless your payroll department.
Right, man? I know. Yeah. For real. It's cool. Yeah, there's not many companies that do that. It's great for loan officers too, man. And some of these companies, I know they have to wait like 4 to 5 weeks sometimes for a paycheck. They're doing advances and things like that.
Your good agents and your good LOs are type A, high driven, high rapid, instant gratification people. So
yes, right.
Keep them fed, fat, and happy, like I like to say, and let them go to work. So on the BDR side, then do they? Because I've seen it done different ways, and I've talked to companies who do it different ways. Do you guys have any requirement? They're W-2 with you, are they not?
Yeah, they're part-time, non-exempt, non-mortgage licensed business development specialists. So they are paid W-2. Okay. They're paid 25 basis points is usually the number. Okay. That's fairly consistent across the board. Yeah, that's basically realistically it. So they're tagged just like an LOA would be tagged.
Okay.
Correct.
Would this now, and it's interesting because one of the gentlemen who I just hired to take over my forward book met with a friend of mine today who Colby probably runs the third or fourth largest brokerage in the state. Does this work at the brokerage level or is this really more at the agent level?
This works both. So we just had 2 broker owners from Colorado. Dino just joined us a week and a half ago. He was at Edge Financial, brought 2 LOs with him, opened a branch here. We closed that deal in like a week. He's like, I'd be crazy not to do this. Talked to 2 of broker owners that he knows that has 19 agents. Okay. And within his first week of onboarding, we had the call with Todd and James, his 2 broker owners, and they were in. Done. So we signed them 2 up. And then what they do is they are like, hey, this is our preferred lender. Cornerstone First is our preferred lender. Dino's our man. Right. Please refer your business. If you refer business, then we can counter invest into some leads. They have some other, ideas and strategies that they invest in. But if the agents are referring the business, they're making 25 basis points, average loan amount, call it $500,000. They're clearing about $1,250 a file. So it doesn't hurt for them to spend a couple $100 on some Zillow leads or something for the agent, keep them engaged and excited,
Right. Okay. So it creates a good revenue stream for the brokerage, and then hopefully
correct.
Yeah, because I look at that. Obviously, I mean, you guys are having incredible individual success with the agents, which I think there's a need for that. But this just literally, Eli met with Colby this morning, and Colby's like, "Hey, we want somebody to come in and work with us." But as I told him in the past, I'm not paying for your KV core. I'm not paying for your Zillow. I'm not doing any of that crap. I will partner with you and I will pay you on closed business, but I'm not your Huckleberry for that stuff anymore. You've got others who will do that, but we'll pay on result.
Exactly. That's a real business deal. Like you have all these agents, they're like, oh, we have a couple BDRs that signed up with my girl here. And she's like, oh, well, we want you to buy, $500 a month in leads or desperate. No, you'll make more with this. And it's based on results. So you closed the loan, you got paid $1,250. You could take that $1,250 and you could buy double the amount of leads than what I would buy them. And I don't have to track them. I don't have to be on top of you. And we also don't have to worry about if, God forbid, you're not growing for us to have an uncomfortable conversation. You're winning every time. We win together. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Yeah, there's a lot of co-marketing things you can do here too. Like
Okay.
you can get the agent plugged into Salesforce. You could pull data if you want it directly through our Ingenious account, and you could pull borrowers in their local market, and they could do a text and email campaign to, are you looking to buy? They had past leads. You can, that they're sitting on. We could clear them, scan them, make sure they're all still good, right? Good email, phone number, all that contact information, and then market those past leads that they had. You guys can co-market those things. The other thing is, because we have access to every past closing they've ever had on the real estate side,
Pre-market.
we could refinance those, and they can get paid on that as well.
Yeah.
So, a good example. I'd like to just give you one good example, because this is someone that we have plugged in here, where, I mean, this guy does a lot of business. But I just would like to share it, because this is just to get your wheels turning. This could be something huge. So if we go South Carolina. So we work with the Jason Houston team, their Keller Williams team. He's crazy. He does like 100 plus buy sides a year in personal production. Plus he has a team of 29 agents. He's done 150 buy sides, right? 53 million in personal production. This is an agent. So the
Wow.
reason I show this is because we can pull all the title report data of all his closings. Here's all his closings. We can snapshot all this data of these closings, and we can copy this, paste this into Salesforce, and turn this into a refinance campaign, because we instantly know what their rate, what their loan amount is, where they closed at, what their value of their loan is. So now all of a sudden they have a client they closed in 23 or 24 that was at 7%. Now it's a refinance opportunity. Now, Paul, you're getting paid on the comp, or I'm getting paid, of course, right? I'm making my full revenue, and he's getting
Right.
paid on the refinance stuff that he's not doing anything with anyway. It's a beautiful thing. The campaign we put together for him, basically after about 5 months out, automatically goes out and says, hey, you may qualify for a refinance opportunity to lower your payment. We work directly with the Houston team, or a partner of ours. We'd love to talk with you about, looking at opportunities to lower your payment. And
Right.
so it's constant compensation, not only for the BDR, but for, platform as well. So
Gotcha. So God, for those seasoned agents, they could be sitting on potential gold mine.
you'd be sitting on $500,000 or more. And for you, you're talking 2-3 million. They're getting paid 25 basis points. You're netting probably 250 plus, right? So you can only imagine the opportunity there. So
Dead money right now.
yeah, it's
Okay.
crazy. There's just so much cool stuff, man. So the other thing we have that's rolling out shortly too, which a lot of people are excited about, is once you close a loan with Cornerstone, there's going to be a link that borrower will hold on to for the life of that loan. So every time they go to make their monthly payment, they're going to click that link and make that payment. Even if we're not the service provider, it's going to have Paul Anderson, all your contact information, and they'll be able to make that payment directly through the Cornerstone link app, which is sick. So even if friggin' Mr. Cooper or whoever bought it and it moved to 12 different servicers, they're still able to make the payment directly through. Sean
Top of
created
mind.
that. Sick,
Top.
man. Yeah.
that-
Game changer.
Wow. I'm surprised the servicers would agree to that.
It's a third party API, you know?
That
Sits
is,
right on top. That's all it is. Yeah.
dude, that's
It's pretty
beyond.
sick.
That's
He's
beyond
got
cheating.
so I don't know if he walked you through this. This is the other thing that blows my mind. He's got an app literally coming out this week that he had all his tech people built, where you take a picture of their mortgage statement, and it will automatically take all that information just by taking a photo, and it'll, off of whatever your pricing is built into your margins, into your pricing engine, it'll automatically pull graphs and of opportunities, how much equity, how much cash they can take out, how much payment they could save within seconds. They take a photo of their mortgage statement, It has all your contact information, and it'll give them variable options. So you want to
And
refinance a 15-year, 10-year, 30-year fix, you're looking to take cash out. Here are all the options just by taking a photo. It'll also track the value of the property. He's adding some other additional tools where you can add, like, let's say plumbers and real estate agents and all those other people in your local community and market, and you can add them to that app, which is sick. So yeah, man, he's going next level with this.
I bet now I
Yeah,
bet Dave Savage is glad he sold Mortgage Coach. So
right?
I mean
Yeah,
that because if you could compile that and put that together, either people I know so many people and they've had great success with Mortgage Coach MBS Highway, but it's all the manual data entry.
correct,
So they're highly effective, but they're not time efficient when you have technology tools like that.
correct, 100%. Imagine that's where we're at now with AI. I mean, we already use a system in house, which I had emailed you on, which is it's basically just using the same type of technology. I just pull it up. It's like, let's see here, because this will give you a quick example. I think I'm crashing my computer.
You'd be the third person today who's gone through that. I was the first two, so don't do it.
All right, I'm just going to leave it alone. But basically, when your borrower uploads their bank statements or their tax returns, let's say you have a self-employed borrower with K1s and you're all over the place. It'll automatically scan all of that documentation. Now it takes 15 minutes or so to take all that information, and then it'll automatically fill everything out to the verified correct income based off of the guideline that you're looking for. So, for example, if it's a conventional loan or an FHA loan, right? Based on where the MI is, MIP, and all that, it'll push all that information and correct it all within Encompass. Um, I'm surprised.
Again, extremely sick.
Yeah, it's crazy. What is it called again? Oh, Ocrolus. I'm kidding.
Or
Ocrolus.
Oraculus.
Automated Document Intelligence. Yeah,
Oraculus. Yeah,
Oraculus. Thank
that
you.
is what oh it's oh, what is the income calculator? There's the online income, but yeah, so basically it'll take a scanned document, it breaks it down and interprets it because there's who is it uses Oraculus? It's shit, I can't remember. But when you get those complicated tax returns, Loan Beam, Loan
Oh, Lone
Beam,
Beam. Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So they're on an Oraculus backbone, and so that's cool. You combine that with AI because I heard somebody was doing something similar to the other day with like the mortgage statement where it would take them through the options. And then there was the link to apply, and it had already extracted a bunch of their data even from the mortgage statement. So it kind of starts pre-filling. So the
It's
tech,
pretty
we're
wild,
going to
man.
work ourselves out of a job if we're not careful.
I know, seriously, man. I had a HELOC just done for my mother-in-law and father-in-law. I got a little nervous because not only did the system do everything, they had an AE count specialist that called my borrowers to help them walk them through how to upload, click the bank statement button, click and help them walk because they're seniors, they're in their 70s and handled all of that. And it was like clear to close in like 3 days, because it's a HELOC. And I was like, holy shit. I hope we don't get to that point.
My
Standard
one
purchase
of
businessman. Yeah,
yeah,
I know. Yeah.
one of
I mean,
my
they're always going to need
peers
us.
One of
Yeah.
my peers just closed a mortgage and he's in the business through Mutual of Omaha through Costco. 9 days start to finish.
9 days.
And
Wow.
he was at Sierra Pacific.
It's a pretty good company too.
It
Sierra
is
Pacific was.
they were one and an eighth better on rate and better on fee than their internal employee program.
Wow.
Whoa,
1 1/8?
one and an eighth. And this
Mutual
guy,
Mutual of Omaha, you said?
yeah,
Through their Costco
through the
program?
Costco loyalty program.
Employee? Wow, no shit. I
Yeah,
had a
and
friend that did that in New Jersey. He got in with Costco,
yeah,
and it was it. He just made tons of money. Just
yeah,
originate loans just from that. It was all he needed.
yeah. Most of the people bitch, and it's a cumbersome process. And Kurt's like, dude, he said we couldn't have done it. And he is probably one of the most type A anal perfectionist that I know. He's like, I couldn't have done my own mortgage better than they did. So it's
Wow.
the technology is insane because they pushed the button, they had their stuff, and they had, they had their he said it created an automated approval with a checklist of items within 3 minutes.
Within 3 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where we're headed. That's what we have. We have that technology now. It's just not all the branches have it yet. That's
right,
exactly. Sean's kind of smart, man. A lot of people are like, "Why are you still have Encompass?" And I guess eventually we're not going to really need it
right.
because the front end is going to pretty much handle everything anyway. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, it's pretty
he's
wild.
he's more than smart, man. He's like, I've got a buddy who knows Sean, and we were talking just yesterday, and he's like savant type smart,
Yeah, yeah,
you
it's
know.
pretty wild. You would never think he's an Irish boy,
Yeah,
and on
guys
the
just
beard and everything. Don't let it fool you.
he gets it. I'm trying to think. I have a call with him on um Friday at 4:30. So,
Sweet.
but yeah, I guess one of the reasons I wanted to reconnect is, I had a good conversation with Teresa between Christmas and New Year's, and we were kind of talking about how robust your growth numbers were last year, and obviously you're set to exceed that this year. And that's been a big part of what I'm looking to do because one of my peers is I want to build a solid team underneath me, but I also need loan officers that I can teach and coach and get out in the builder communities. Because I've got for my builder program, it's not for everybody. Matter of fact, it's probably not for most LOs because they're like agents. They get shiny object syndrome. They'll talk about it one or two times. If nobody bites on it, they feel ugly and they go home. It's a process with builders, but it creates a recurring revenue model for them. And that's where I'm looking at that because there's also some targeted markets that in my conversation with Teresa, it sounds like it aligns very well. We're all chasing the same damn thing. It's just where's it at?
That's
So
all it is, man.
going into these markets where these opportunities exist and being able to recruit the LOs who have good realtor relationships or, decent builder relationships, but all of a sudden, if you can be the one to connect that builder to the capital, I'm doing your takeout loans. I mean, I kind of like the whole going away from MSAs and desk agreements. I always used to tell people, look, if we do this is a relationship. If we're going to date, we date exclusively. If you cheat on me, I will shut the piggy bank off right now.
Yeah,
And,
man. I
you
mean,
know,
how is that fair? You're making the investment. That's why
yeah,
this thing. Once I got word of this, I was like, wait a minute. I don't have to worry anymore. Track this shit. And they get paid
right.
for what they do, just like I do. You know what
You
I'm
you eat
saying?
what you kill, and if you cheat on me,
Yeah,
you don't get paid by me. So
yeah. That's
yeah,
it, man. It
cool.
doesn't benefit them in any direction. Yeah, I love it, man. I know you and Sean are definitely going to kick it off. I can tell you that if you're looking to grow a team,
Mhm.
I've done this before with Sean where we could put it into contract for you. So let's just say we want to guarantee 3 loan officers under your branch within, whatever period of time, right? It's called 6 months, 12 months, whatever it is, right? Let's just say that's the number. We can put something like that into contract and based on the specific need that you have. So if you're looking for loan officers that maybe are younger or want to train to be more going after that builder business, that's the recruiters will go after that style of opportunity. So the
Okay.
people that are responding aren't, you know, older, looking to retire soon, has no interest in going out and meeting somebody. You know what I'm saying? You want to make
Right.
sure that you're in the same, mentality and culture of what you're looking to build. And that's what
Yep.
we do really well, man. We're very good at finding the right type of culture fit, as you could
Uh,
see. Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, those
Yeah.
recruiting numbers, that's why I was asking Teresa. I mean, how are you guys managing the onboarding experience? You
It's
know,
pretty slick. Yeah,
okay.
it's fast, man. Uh, I'd be honest, it's just very fast. I mean, shit, I shared that branch with Dino. I mean, he was like, all right, I'm ready to go within 3, 4 days. Not even within 48 hours or less, he was transitioning files to the loan care team. They were taking the files and running for him. And within a week, 7 days, he was on board, had tablet, I mean, he started and he was all in. So yeah, the overall transition team, Sean built the way I used to run things too, is make sure you have a great concierge department that could start handling files. So if you have purchase business or refinance business coming in, you don't have to keep shoveling into where you are. It gives you the ability to step out. And even if it's a 15-day, a 30-day, a 45-day, or a 2-day, whatever that day is, right? Until your official start date, if you, let's say it's 20 days out, at least you have loans that have closed or you have a pipeline that's built before you officially start. So
Right.
that's one of the slick things I think allows transitions to run more smoothly over here. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, like I said, Kevin, the experience has been wonderful so far. And like I said,
Awesome.
Sean, I just get a good vibe off that guy, and he is like sick smart. I'm like, I mean, I don't know when he sleeps. I'm surprised he doesn't sign every payroll check himself too.
It's
But
crazy, man. And he does that 3.5 hour thing. God bless him. I need sleep, man. And he's
yeah,
got young kids. Like,
I
whew,
don't need
God
beauty.
bless him.
I'm old. I'm grumpy. I don't need beauty rest at this point. Modeling career's all shot to hell. I just need sleep because I'm tired.
That's
But
it, man. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Well, he
wow.
stopped drinking like 54 weeks ago, or I think it's longer than that now. But that he said that changed a lot for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is smart. But you know,
This
yeah.
business will either drive you to it or from it. So
Yeah, real
yeah,
quick, right?
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm
So
getting there.
a question for you. So I mentioned earlier, I was talking to my buddy who was over at CPAC, and he's doing some stuff. I've got a group of guys that I've worked with over the years, and they're out there looking, and it's probably roughly that would move. It might be 17, maybe mid 20 people. I My buddy of mine who I grew up with, he's back, I think he's back with Annie Mac this week, East Coast doing the recruiting song and dance. I don't typically go on the road, but um
He's
he
thinking about
likes,
joining Annie Mac.
yeah.
I'm gonna
So,
tell you right now, Paul. Horrible idea.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
this is
yeah.
his pathway he's been going down. So um
I wish I could talk to him. I've just had too many horror stories the last 7, 8 months. People joining Annie Mac, getting sold the bill of goods,
right.
going in, promising them realtors, promising them all this. Guys that make a move and then 3 months later are out of there. That's all I
Yeah.
could tell you is from other stories other people have shared. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
and
Anyway,
and like I said, we all grew up here together. We all know each other. We've worked with each other, against each other. We've done that whole thing, and we're all out there kind of doing some fishing. And I mentioned to him, I talked to Kurt yesterday. I mentioned I'm talking to you guys, and he's considering. He actually most recently, super awesome guy, but VA guru, like
hmm.
Savant Smart. He was running the VA help desk and the scenario desk for PRMI, and then he does national VA training. So
Wow.
he's big, big, big into VA and a big veterans advocate and stuff.
He'd
And
love
so
our
he
pricing, man. And on our VA Earls, we only charge a 595 underwriting fee on those too,
gotcha.
on the VA and the FHAs. So I mean, if he's still originating too, I know Sean's hiring too on the ops side heavily too. We're looking to bring some additional people for the loan care team. Loan care team though is like a 7 day a week job, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, you know.
he did. So what he does, one of his specialties is working with loan officers who've got a VA turn down on when they can't get approved. You
Hmm.
know, I think he told me he had about a 43% conversion ratio on turn downs in 2025.
Wow.
Um, and flipping those over. But you know, I mean, he worked all the way through with second mat and secondary and pricing and getting their pricing right, you know, because they where they were at, they actually owned a secondary mortgage company that they would offload all of their VA to. But very sharp on the secondary side. He's out there looking for a home. I said our other buddy Fred, who he's got a pretty good sized team. He's looking for a home, but he's non-producing. He's always been more of a area or a regional manager or president. So
Right.
trying,
Yeah, we
trying.
have a lot of guys doing that too, running a show.
Yeah,
The other thing for your buddy, who's the regional guy, non-producer, I mean, if he has a good team and he can add value to that team, we could also plug the BDR platform into it to give his team additional value. It's a
yeah,
great recruiting niche, man. It really helps because it's going to double everyone's. Any LO that's doing 10 to 12 million is going to hit 20 million. They're not going to want to leave at that point.
right.
So it's for a guy like a regional who has 12 guys and like that, and they're all trying to self-sourced and figure it out. This is a really good model for that because they do weekly coaching. Sean does the coaching, which is an hour every week, which
Right.
everyone joins. That is about 500 people on that call. And you know, you have just winners come in and give strategies and ideas and things. It's a great platform for LOs, man. It really
Is that
is.
something somebody like myself who's in conversations, that's something we could join and attend?
I don't know. That's a great question. I haven't had anyone on the outside do that yet, but I'll find out. I'll shoot
Yeah,
you a
that's
text.
actually
Yeah.
my buddy Mark who knows Sean. So he works with one of the PE firms that I lend construction money with. And he said he was on one of the calls recently, and he even told me he's like, he gets about 80 to 90% of his people on those weekly calls. And I'm like, dude, that's pretty incredible buy-in.
Yeah, 100%. Well, everybody wants to be better, man. You know,
Yeah,
and why is one guy doing 100 million a year and one guy doing 10 million, right? What's the
sure.
secret there, right? What's the strategies? And those are
Right.
a lot of the things that a lot of guys are willing to teach and spend the time. You know, Dave Brown came from Revolution Mortgage. With before I came officially on, Dave Brown came here. But one of the things Dave Brown does, he's a $100 million producer, is he teaches branch managers how to become more profitable, run a more efficient branch, where most you guys don't really have the time or understand to run an efficient P&L. And that's one of the benefits he does, as well as he teaches how to, because he does 50 plus loans a month himself. So he teaches guys how to present to real estate agents the correct way. And then if you add the BDR thing on top of it, it's liquid gold, you know?
Yeah, I love
Um,
that I love that platform. Well, what I'll do is, like I said, my buddy Kurt and Fred, we've all agreed to stay in touch. I think Fred, well, I think it's great. Go back to the East Coast, deal with that East Coast thing, get some food poisoning, have somebody pull a gun on you.
That's about right. Yeah.
Like I said, he's like, oh, I can't wait to go back there. I'm like, because he's like, you want to go? I'm like, absolutely not. If I want to get stabbed and shot, I can just piss off the old lady. I can do that without having to get dressed up.
There's a
So
reason I moved to the South, bro. That's all I gotta say. I'm in
yeah,
South Carolina, man. It's much different from Jersey. Trust me. I figured that
is
out
that is
7 years
where you were
ago.
from, or
Yeah, from New Jersey.
oh,
Yeah,
whereabouts?
Homedale, Aberdeen area,
Okay,
Monmouth County. Yeah, but I worked in
oh,
Manhattan on Wall Street for 7 years, and I was all over New Jersey.
okay,
So yeah, pretty well known there. I helped build the Money Store, a few other companies in my
okay,
time. Yeah,
gotcha,
I'm well known
gotcha.
in New Jersey. Most guys know who I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. But yeah, if any of you guys want to have a call, man, they want to hop on, even if it's a 15-minute chat to learn a little bit about Cornerstone and what we're doing over here, shoot a text, let me know, tell them to give me a ring. Text is always better. I'm more than willing to put the time in, brother.
okay. Let me like I said, he's gone. Fred doesn't get back till Friday. We're going to connect Friday and he gets back, but I'll talk to Kurt this afternoon and see if we can at least have an exploratory call.
Cool, man. If you need anything else, well, I'm here, man.
All right. I appreciate it, Kevin.
Always great talking with you, brother. Until
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah. And if you could find, if it's possible to be, maybe
Yeah.
just even be a muted fly on the wall for one of those meetings, I'd just like to check it out. I mean, as you know, Mark, my buddy Mark was saying, he's like, that speaks so much to Sean's leadership because most of those calls, half the people show up, half the people check out halfway through. So tells me he's rounding some things with people that are fully on board and bought in, which is not
100%.
not 100% common in this business at all.
Yep. Next Thursday, we're having one at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'll let Katie know, and then if we're good with it, she'll shoot you the invite, and then you can share it with whoever you want.
Okay, bud, I appreciate that.
All right, cool, brother. If you need anything else, you know where I'm at.
All right, I'll get a call into Kurt and see if we can let's see if we can get an exploratory call going.
Cool. All right, Paul. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
You got it, man. Have a great one.
Bye.